On today's episode, I'm going to be showing you how to deep clean your air conditioner condenser and their coils to make it look and run like new again. So stay tuned. Welcome to Fix This House. If you're new to the channel, please consider pressing the subscribe and notification bell so you can always be in tune on DIYs, how-to videos, and product reviews that I do within this channel. We moved in this home about 6+ years ago, and ever since we moved in, we have never serviced or I've never ended up cleaning this air conditioner condenser. I don't know if the past owner even had and maintained this, so this is something that we kind of overlook. Having it dirty will also limit the full potential of your machine. Let's say you set it in a certain degree, it won't fully get into that temperature that you're going for. I wanted to do my own temperature check on this, so I set my thermostat to 70 degrees and I'm going to be testing the airflow temperature through this laser tester. If you are interested on this, check out the link on the description down below. And it seems like that it was fluctuating between 64-65 degrees Fahrenheit and it got low up to 63 degrees. So stay tuned and later on to the end of this video and you'll see how low it can go after we clean out this condenser. So the very first thing that you need to do is shut off the power from this air conditioner condenser. Let me show you how to do that. Just look around where the wires are feeding through. I found this conduit right here that's running to the panel. Now I did a video on how to replace the capacitor on this if it stops working, so make sure you check out that video right here. If you follow this conduit up to this panel, that should be an automatic shut off panel right there. Doing some renovations right here. I'm changing all the sidings, so please don't mind the colors. Different brands, different manufacturers make theirs differently, but they're pretty much the same. See this? There's two pull tabs right here and you just pretty much pull it like so. Put this in a nice safe place where it won't get wet, dirty, or damaged. I'm all about being safe, so I just got a piece of plastic right here. And yeah, you don't want to risk anything getting wet. There's still power running through here from your circuit breaker. The next step that you want to do is you want to go around your condenser and look for anything that is on the way, leaning on it. For example, I had a few plants growing on the side. I don't know if it was fern, but it was really tall. It was leaning against here, so I had to go take that and pull that out. Each model is different. This one right here, there's 4 screws right there that we just took out. There's a few more screws on each one. A few models, you only take that out and you can pop that out from up there, but unfortunately this brand that I have right here, we have to take out all those screws all the way around the perimeter. So I'm using a 5/16 socket. Had 12 screws that was all the way around the perimeter of this cover. Before we pop this up, this is completely optional. You can take a Sharpie, a permanent marker, and just make a little indication somewhere where the lid and the body meets, like so that when we put this back, we know exactly that that is the right position when we first took it off and put it back on. Now we'll carefully pop this up. I can't take this cover or this fan all the way off. The wiring right here is so short, you have to do your best and protect this. So we're gonna get some piece of plastic after we do this and cover all this wiring as well. This part will be okay to get wet because it is exposed out in the elements. It's designed to do that, but I just want to protect the capacitor, which you can see that little tube cylinder right there. If you want to know what I did to support this, I actually lifted the lid up right here. It's resting on this edge and I had a string tied up, screw right there. Some people are the luxury of actually putting this to the side where their wires are long enough for them to rest it somewhere. I don't have that luxury. Notice how very fragile these little fins are. Just barely doing this and few of them are already moving, so you want to be as careful with these as possible. The ones that we're concerned is what's inside of here. Okay, so be careful what's inside. I guess there's a tool out there that you can use to put this back together, or you can just manually do one by one and meticulously fix each one of the fins. It will be time consuming. It's up to you if you want to do that. It's been 6+ years since I moved in here, not counting the past owner who owned this and installed it from there, but you can see that there's a lot of debris down there that we need to clean out. Try to scoop that up. For 6+ years that this hasn't been opened, that's actually not bad, but you got a lot of this dead stuff that you can just throw back into the soil. Have a lot of cedar trees here. Cedar pine here in Washington State. We can just get our shop vac, get this cleaned out. Oh, that dirt. It's looking a lot cleaner down there. You have an option to take the shroud off. I'm gonna take it off just so I can see how dirty it is on the outside. Just carefully, we'll peel this off. There's a bunch of stuff right there. This hasn't been cleaned in 6+ years. We might as well go all out and clean out everything. Look at all this nasty stuff that we can just take out by hand. I have here is a coil brush. I'll leave the link on the description down below if you want one of these. Agitate some of this stuff out of here. Agitate as much as we can, and then I'm gonna run it with the vacuum later. This one, just gotta be careful. I'm lightly going over this like this. I'm not applying any pressure or force into it. I'm just letting the brush do its thing so we can get all these spider webs, all this extra stuff out of there. To determine how dirty this thing actually is, we're gonna shine a light from the inside out and go down. The light, you can see, disappears into the darkness. The product that I'm going to be using to clean this thing is this Frost King, the air conditioner coil foaming cleaner. Actually a 19-ounce one. I got this off of Amazon. I'll leave the link on the description down below if you're interested on this, and if you're also interested on this brush bristle. I'll leave it all in the link down below. You can get probably similar products out there at Lowe's or Home Depot. I don't know how good they are, but we're going to test how good this is. But we're gonna go and shake this out real well before we use it. If you don't have the shroud open like this, you're gonna spray this on the inside, okay? But since I have the shroud open, I'm gonna spray it from the outside because I have easily it accessible. I'll do both. I'll do a half on the inside and half on the outside just so you can see how it goes. Before using this, you always want to wear the proper personal protection equipment. I'm using vinyl gloves. I'm gonna go and use eye protection as well. I have these safety glasses. This does generate a lot of fumes. I don't care what people say that, oh, hold your breath or whatnot. This doesn't create it. Anything working with chemicals, you want to protect yourself. I'm gonna be wearing a charcoal respirator. Now let's go start spraying. And another thing, you don't want to spray this on any wires. If you go on the inside, make sure you buy 2 cans if you have this size of a condenser, because I didn't even have a chance to get that side and I ran out. Actually, I got that side from the inside because I wanted to show you both sides. One should cover it, just buy 2 just to be on the safe side. So we're going to wait 10 to 15 minutes. And then we're going to spray it down with the hose. I'm going to spray all that foam out. Setting now to shower. You don't want to put it into jet mode or anything that's harsh, high pressure. You don't want to use a pressure washer to do this because the fins are very fragile. Steady stream, something gentle and light so you don't end up damaging the fins. Again, when you're spraying, you want to try to avoid all the electrical stuff as much as possible, given it's, you know, it's built for the outside elements, but you just want to try and, you know, avoid those as well. Now I want to be careful over there because that's where all the electrical stuff is. The areas where our capacitor is, we don't want to get that wet. This is another advantage of why it's a good idea to just take out the shroud on the outside, so you can just get easily access on the outside coils as well. So you can do both sides, inside and out. Now you can't really see the dirt, but if you see close enough right there, you can see how dirty that thing is. There you go, and just run it like so. It is a lot better. You see a lot better through those coils. While we're waiting for this to dry, I'm gonna put the shroud back on. Everything all screwed in. We go back to our panel, take this protective cover off. We're gonna insert it back to make this work, like so. This is now energized. No more touching the panel right there. There was definitely a big change on temperature. Before, you can see that it was fluctuating between 62 to 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Now it is reading around 56 degrees, so it's a lot colder. So friends, that's pretty much how easily you can deep clean your air conditioner condenser. Just be careful when you're working with the coils. This proper maintenance should be done like once a year. This hasn't been done in 6+ years. I highly recommend you do this yearly, and make sure that you buy 2 of those spray foams, because one of them was kind of cutting short. I didn't have much, but I made it work. Now again, you don't have to take out the shroud, totally optional, but if you want to really make it nice and clean, do it right the first time. I highly suggest you take the time and take off the shroud. Friends, if you found this video helpful, please hit that big thumbs up, subscribe, and notification bell, and I'll see you friends in the next DIY how-to and product review video.